What is up, Coach Emma here, and welcome back to the Fit Habit Life podcast, where we cut through the noise, talk real health and fitness, sustainable fat loss, and habits that actually work. So, on today's episode, I'm going to be talking about how you don't need a new workout plan or a nutrition plan. It's something else. But before I dig in, I just wanted to thank you if you've been listening to the podcast, enjoying it, and been getting value from it. If you could rate the show on Apple Podcasts, essentially you scroll to the bottom of the show, and there's like a rating section. On YouTube, I think just like liking the episodes and commenting is what's helpful. And then on Spotify, I think there is like a rate section, like it's pretty obvious. Substack, just liking and subscribing. Anyway, I had somebody ask me how to rate the show on Apple, so I figured I'd voice it on here. But if you could do that, that'd be super awesome, super helpful. I'd really appreciate it. Because that just helps me help more people and get in front of more people to debunk the crap that's out there. I'm still seeing stupid stuff on social media. And so that means other people are seeing it if I'm seeing it, right? So that is why I do this, because it is so frustrating. What tends to get attention are the extremes, right? Like 75 hard, no carb, wearing a weighted vest all day, every day. What's the other crazy stuff? I don't know. I can't think of other stuff right now. But point being, that stuff does not move the needle. It does not move the needle. Yeah. So the stuff that I talk about, pretty basic, not super extreme. I say it depends a lot. So it's doesn't really have that flair. So anyway, if you rate the show, you share the show, it helps the real information get in front of more people. And so I appreciate it. But anyway, so what kind of got this thought process rolling is I was in a Facebook forum and somebody said, hey, I know how to work out. I have great workout plans, and I know how to do nutrition. I just can't seem to be consistent on it. So I need somebody to hold me accountable for it. So if you know what to do, but you can't do it, or it's not working for you, it's going to be really hard to follow through. And again, accountability is very helpful for a lot of people. But oftentimes, in my experience, people who know what to do, but they're not doing it, it might not actually be the right thing to do. And because if it was, then you'd be further along. And accountability is very, very beneficial. But usually, if we know what to do, that is not necessarily always a missing piece. Because if you have a workout plan and you can do it a couple times a week, but you're not consistent, you're missing weeks here and there, same with nutrition. If you know what to eat, but you're not doing it, it's like, okay, you don't really know what to eat or what's working for you, right? So usually, and sometimes it's like, okay, if you are working out consistently and you are tracking your macros consistently, I have clients like that come to me, they're doing all the things, but they're not applying them properly. They're not applying the right dose. Or maybe their macros are off a little bit. Like maybe they're in a calorie deficit, but they haven't spent enough time building muscle, or they don't have enough carbs or fats in their diet to fuel their body and their hormones and their metabolism and their performance in the gym. Training, usually people that are really consistent, they're overtraining. So usually they need to switch up the plan. I needed to switch up the plan when I started working with my coach. So Um, that has been very helpful for my overall health and goals. And I know what to do. And I have plans. I have workout plans, workout programs that I use with my clients that I've used before, but they were not the right program for me. So, even though I had a plan, it wasn't the right plan. And even though I followed through on the plan, it wasn't getting me to where I want to go. Part of it is I needed that third party perspective to help me reassess things and reevaluate things, but I also needed that third party perspective to give me what I needed, which is not always necessarily what we implement. So that was kind of an abstract thought. But basically what I'm saying is if you know what to do, but you're not doing it, the plan might not be the right plan for you. And that's okay. There's so many different plans out there, and there's so many different ways to restructure or change or shift things. Same thing with nutrition. Usually, people with nutrition go to extremes, and so it's unsustainable. And same thing with training. It's like all or nothing. And that tends to be the struggle for a lot of people. It's like when they're on, they're all in, they're dialed in, they're doing all the things. And when they're not doing all the things. So yeah. So basically, if you have a plan and you know nutrition, you know training, but you're not doing it, you probably don't just need an accountability coach. You probably need a coach to give you a better training plan and a better nutrition plan for you and for what phase of life that you're in and for your goals, because we're biased. I'm biased. I like to train. I'm probably always going to overtrain if I write my own programming. I'm smarter than I used to be, and so I'll listen to my body and pull back, but I'll probably just do too much volume. With nutrition, it depends. I'd say I'm a lot better at nutrition than I used to be, but I do tend to like to eat. So, and when I go into a cut, I tend to go too long into a cut, or maybe cut my calories too low, or not prioritize the right things. So anyway, if you know what to do, but you're not doing it, then it might not be the right thing to do. And you probably should just hire a coach. If it's something you've been struggling with for a while and you're tired of struggling with it, hiring a coach is going to make the process a lot easier. Just because it's going to remove the second guessing. Your coach is going to have a plan. Your coach is going to be able to help you implement that plan. And a good coach is going to be there with you through thick and thin. So when you're not following through, we're going to make an adjustment. Figure out what is the biggest hurdle, because you said you wanted to do this thing, and we picked a plan based on your goals and what you want to do. And maybe right now we need to reassess what the goal is, and we need to reevaluate priorities and maybe shift things. And so that's what a good coach does. So a good coach also sets realistic expectations. You're not going to lose 30 pounds in 3 months. Most likely. There are some extreme cases where maybe you have an insane amount of inflammation, or if you're very, very overweight, that can easily happen. Like you're hundreds of pounds overweight. 30 pounds in 3 months is not that much. If you're like over 300 pounds, right? But if you're like, 180 pounds, you want to be like 150, you're not going to lose 30 pounds in 3 months. But anyway, the point of this episode was if you know what to do, but you're not doing it, then it might not actually be the right thing to do, and you should just hire a professional. And I know not everybody has that in their budget, but there's a lot of resources out there. Like I have some coach friends that have just exercise programming. And so you can get like an exercise program that's made specifically for your goals that would be effective. And because it's in an app, so you have that assigned, workout on this day, and you have a coach that you can ask questions to, and then you can also get form check. It's kind of like having a coach, and it might only be like $50 a month. And then, but I will say usually what most people struggle with the most is the nutrition side of things. And so that's when it's like, maybe it is time to budget to invest in a coach. And usually a good coach runs from $400 to even $1,000 a month. Really depends. Some coaches are a little bit less expensive, but really they should probably charge more because they're really awesome. So it's probably $400 to $1,000 a month for a good one-on-one coach. There's a lot of crappy coaches out there that charge $200 or less, and they do volume. So it's like, okay, I'm going to have like 100 one-on-one clients. They're just going to pay me $200 a month, and I'm just going to give them a workout program, and maybe we'll talk on the phone once every 2 months. Like, there's a lot of coaches out there that do stuff like that, but a good coach that's going to be in your corner that you'll be able to meet with weekly if you need to, probably going to be closer to 4 to 1,000. And by 1,000 is like elite level. Like, they're running labs, you're meeting with them all the time, you have very high touch point, high access with them. So yeah. But anyway, that's kind of what a good coach would cost. And so if you're like, I need to do this, but you don't have it in the budget now, then now you know. A good coach is probably going to be, on average, $500 to $600 a month. Like, right, there's some coaches that charge less, there's some that charge a lot more, but in the middle, it's like $500 to $600 a month. So if you know, like, hey, I want to hire a coach for 6 months, then budget, save up that money so that when the time is right and when you have the time to dedicate to a coach, well, really, you don't need the time because it's just really reallocating what you're spending time doing and making it more effective. But when you have the finances available, then you're ready and you can invest. And then you can finally get the results that you need in a shorter period of time. So anyway, kind of a weird roundabout episode. But if you know what to do but you aren't doing it, then it might not be the right plan for you, and you should really hire a professional. And what I don't understand, this is just another, I guess, rant, tangent, whatever, is people will spend a lot of money on a plumber, on painters for their house, on flooring. We pay a lot of money for a realtor when we buy a house, and all they do is show us homes and sign a contract or have some thing. I don't even know what a realtor does except show us homes, which I love my realtor. He's awesome, but we pay them a lot of money to do that. But preventative health care, people do not want to pay money for a coach. They don't want to invest a good chunk of money in a professional who can help them avoid chronic illnesses, diseases, who can increase their not only like lifespan. Actually, I think that is lifespan. Basically, the quality of their life. Make the end of their life have more quality and intention. People don't like to invest in that as much as other things. Like, you know how much money people spend on their nails or to get a dang cup of coffee? A lot of money. But hiring a coach who I'd say could really increase the quality of their life long term, I don't know why people struggle with that. But I guess I don't want to end on a frustration note for myself, but maybe it's just me where I live, because where I live, people are very frugal, and they shouldn't be, because there's a lot of people who need coaches in the area that I live in. If you know Utah, drive-through soda places, that's all I gotta say. That's very popular here. And if you've never heard of a drive-through soda place, you're so lucky. It's like a Starbucks but soda. Yep. So anyway, on that note, If you've gotten something from the episode, if you enjoyed the episode, if you could, again, just rate the show, share the show, that just helps me help more people, which helps me get in front of more people. So thank you. And that's it for today. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.